Oh, shit. That is going to be a deal breaker. Buying a home is exciting. It's a huge milestone, and it's easy to get caught up in the moment. You walk into a beautifully staged home and you start picturing where your furniture will go, imagining hosting holidays and thinking, this is it, this could be the one. But here's the thing, looks can be deceiving. A home that seems perfect at first glance might have some major hidden issues that could cost you thousands of dollars down the line.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
That's why today I'm going to share some of the biggest red flags to look out for when looking for a new home. These are things I personally look for when I'm out with clients because I never want someone to get stuck in a money pit just because they fell in love with a pretty kitchen or a cozy backyard. Before we get started, if you find this video helpful or useful, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more insights on the real estate market, along with homeowner tips and advice. I try to share useful content like this every week. Now let's get into it. Recently, I was out touring homes with some clients. We arrived at the last house on our list. The moment we pulled up, something about it just felt different. Then as soon as we walked through that front door, the feeling hit. You know the one. They were picturing their lives and their family in this home. My clients were excited, and honestly, I was incredibly excited for them. This house had everything that they were looking for. It checked all of their boxes, seemed to be in great condition, and just felt right. And then it happened. We opened up the pantry and we noticed small brown pellets in the corners. First, we weren't sure what it was, but a closer look confirmed it. Mouse droppings, and not just in the pantry. We started checking other areas and found more under the sink, in the basement, and even more in the attic. I could see it on their face instantly. Oh shit, this was a deal breaker for them. They had two very young kids, and a full-blown rodent infestation wasn't something that they were willing to look past or take on. The moment they saw that, everything else faded away. The spacious rooms, the beautiful kitchen, the dream backyard, all they could think about was mice crawling through the walls and living in the home. That's the thing about red flags. Everyone has their own. Some buyers might be able to look past certain issues, while for others, it's an instant no. So today I'm going over some of the biggest red flags every home buyer should be aware of. Even if a home looks perfect, these warning signs could mean big trouble down the road. No one wants to think about pests when they're touring a potential new home, but infestations are more common than you might expect, and they're not always easy to spot. While a house may appear clean and well maintained, pests like rodents, termites, cockroaches can be lurking out of sight, causing serious damage that could cost thousands of dollars to fix. There are some key warning signs to watch out for. Holes in drywall or baseboards may indicate that rodents have been chewing their way through the home. Droppings in cabinets, pantries, or closets are another telltale sign, especially in areas where food is stored. Electrical wires that appear gnawed or frayed can be more than just a nuisance. They're a major fire hazard, as mice and rats often chew through wiring inside walls. Termites are another thing to watch out for. If you are touring a home and notice thin, mud-like tubes running along foundation or basement walls, that's a pretty clear indication of termites, which can cause significant structural damage over time. Rodents and pests aren't just unpleasant. They can pose serious health risks and lead to major repairs. If you see even one sign of an infestation while touring a home, it's worth bringing in a professional pest inspector before moving forward. What looks like a minor issue on the surface could be a much bigger problem hiding beneath. When you walk into a house, one of the first things you should do before you even take in the layout or the finishes is pay attention to how it smells. Our sense of smell is incredibly powerful, and while a home's aroma might not seem as important as its size or condition, it can actually reveal serious hidden problems. Strong artificial scents, whether from candles, air fresheners, or cleaning products, can be a big red flag.
Red flag.
A pleasant aroma is one thing, but if the scent is overpowering, it might be masking something unpleasant. I will never forget a home I showed where the second we walked in, we were hit with an overwhelming mix of vanilla and floral scents. Candles were burning in every room, and air fresheners were plugged into every outlet in the house. And within minutes, my clients and I all had headaches from the overpowering scents. As we continued walking through, the truth started to creep through the artificial fragrance. The unmistakable scent of pet urine in the back bedroom and a musty, damp odor in the basement, likely a sign of water damage or mold. Pet urine can be extremely difficult and costly to remove if it is soaked into the floorboards, sometimes going as far as even needing to replace the subfloor. Another common issue sellers try to cover up is cigarette smoke. Unlike other odors, smoke seeps into walls, carpets, and air ducts, making it incredibly hard to remove. Even if a home has been repainted or deep cleaned, you can often still detect a stale, lingering scent, especially in humid conditions. A telltale sign? Yellowing walls or vents coated in a sticky residue. Removing smoke damage can be costly and time-consuming, sometimes requiring new flooring, duct cleaning, and specialized treatments. Sellers know that bad smells can drive buyers away, so if a house smells too good to be true, take a closer look. Don't just trust what you see, trust what you smell. A fresh coat of paint can make a home feel clean and updated, but if it's only applied in specific spots, it could be a red flag.
Red flag.
If you walk into a home and notice that one section of the ceiling looks freshly painted, or there's an oddly placed patch on a wall that doesn't quite match the rest of the room, take a closer look. Sellers may be trying to cover up a problem rather than fix it. I have seen this so many times. Water stains from a leaky roof or past flooding conveniently painted over right before listing the house. It's a quick cosmetic fix that makes the issue disappear, for now. But here's the thing. If the actual source of the leak hasn't been repaired, those stains will come right back in a few weeks or months. By that time, the new homeowners could be dealing with a much bigger issue. Structural damage, mold, or other costly repairs that should have been addressed before they bought the home. It's not just water damage either. Fresh paint in isolated areas could be covering up mold, smoke damage, cracks from foundation issues, or even patched up holes from past pest infestations. That's why I always tell my clients, look at the ceilings, look at the walls and corners carefully. If one area looks newer than the rest, don't just assume it's an innocent touch-up. Ask questions. Why was it painted? Was there a previous issue? If the seller isn't forthcoming, it's worth bringing in a professional home inspector to take a closer look. A new paint job should make your home look fresh and well maintained, not make you wonder what's being hidden underneath. We all love a home with beautiful updates, but not all renovations are done right. There's a big difference between a home updated by a licensed contractor and one DIY'd by the seller. And unfortunately, many homeowners try to cut corners to save money. I recently toured a home where the kitchen backsplash was completely uneven. Tiles were sticking out, the lines were crooked, the grout was messy. It was more than just an eyesore, it was a red flag.
Red flag.
If someone takes shortcuts on small cosmetic projects, chances are they've done the same with plumbing, electrical, or structural work. This is why I always recommend checking if permits were pulled for major renovations. If a home has had significant work but no permits, it likely wasn't done by a professional, and that could mean safety hazards, building code violations, or expensive repairs down the road. A fresh renovation should add value, not problems. If something looks off, don't ignore it. Ask questions and dig deeper. A beautiful looking renovation isn't worth it if it's hiding bigger issues underneath the surface. Water damage is one of the most expensive and destructive issues a homeowner can ever face. It can weaken structures, cause mold growth, and lead to foundation problems. And the worst part, it's not always visible. Some sellers will paint over stains or replace flooring to hide the signs. But if the underlying issue isn't fixed, the problem will return. If you see water stains on ceilings, bubbling paint, or warped floors, don't ignore them. These could indicate leaky roofs, plumbing issues, or past flooding. And here's a pro tip. The best time to tour a home is during the rainy season. Rain can reveal hidden leaks you'd never notice on a sunny day. I once toured a home with a client on a rainy day in the spring. There was nothing on the disclosures about water in the basement, but when we walked downstairs, water was actively seeping through the walls. If we had visited on a dry day, my client might have bought a home that flooded every time it rained. Always check gutters, downspouts, and yard grading. If water pools near the foundation instead of draining away, it could lead to serious flooding issues and structural problems. Water drainage isn't just a nuisance, it can turn into a financial nightmare. So before you fall in love with a house, take a moment to look for the warning signs. Falling in love with a home is incredibly easy, but ignoring red flags can lead to costly surprises down the road. That's why it's so important to work with a knowledgeable real estate agent who can look beyond the beautiful kitchen and the updated bathrooms to spot potential issues before they become your problem. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Thanks for watching. I'm George Poporad, and I'll see you next time.